So, just wanted to share this story of a bloke down the pub and what he told me. He said, did you know that the word person in the legal system means a company or corporation? It doesn't mean a living man or a living woman. It means a company or a corporation. He said, what the system does is when you're born, they use a birth certificate and they create a person, right? So they create a company in your name and they give it your name in all capital letters or your surname in capital letters to start with. And that's why when you got on your birth certificate, you have a look at your birth certificate, it'll have your surname, your surety name, your company name in all capitals. So I look at my birth certificate and it does. So that was interesting. And then he said, what they do is the system then asks you to act as though you are the company. So the system does that by calling everybody a person, getting everybody to act as though they're a person. And then because the man or woman is acting as a company, they can then deal with you in commerce because it's all commerce. It's all companies. The police are companies, the judges are companies, the courts are companies, the councils are companies. It's all about money. It's all about commerce, right? So what they do is they bring you into commerce. And of course, if the HMRC is a company, right? So if they bring you in as a person, as a company, now they can deal with you as a company because, and here's what he said, look, right? So man is living, right? But a company is a corporation, is a corpse. It's dead, right? And the dead, he said, can't talk to the living. So what they do is they get you to act as though you're dead, get you to act as though you're the company, right? So all your paperwork, all your bills, everything are in your person. And your person is your company. It's your fiction, because a company is a legal fiction, isn't it? What he said was, a company only exists on paper, and it does. It's not premises, it's not people, that's not the company. The company name just exists on paper. And that person is your surname, right? And then it was like, well, how do they own your surname? Yeah, and they own your surname. So that person is a fiction, is a person, is a company, right? And it is your surname. That's what the system uses, okay? It's a beautiful system, really. And then from that, you're a company, you're a corporation, you're a dead entity. Now, what he also said was, which gets a little bit more complicated, and I won't share that story here, but he said, look, if you just tell everybody, look, I'm not a person, I'm a man or woman, and I don't want to act as a person anymore, I'll just stay as I am, thanks, and I'll be a man, right? I don't want to be in the corporate system, I don't want to run a person, I don't want to run a company, right? So, and if you tell them that, and you can do that with an affidavit, right? Then what you're doing is you're reverting back to being in the living, all right? And I put it in red because of blood, right? So red is alive and black is dead. That's why all our letters are in black writing. That's why all our bills are in black pen, he said, or in black ink. Yeah. Or blue. Blue is corporate, right? Blue is not the living. Red is the living. Purple is royalty, he said, which is ideally where you want to operate out of. And then black is dead, and blue is corporation. So again, still within commerce, right? So we want to stay in the red, right? Maybe that's where it comes from. So we want to stay in the red by being a man, by being a woman, by being alive, living, not a dead fiction, right? Not a company. Excuse the dog. That's what he said. So he said, and you can do this. You can create a split, if you like, so that you're no longer being seen as the person, and you can do that with an affidavit. Now, I thought this story was fascinating. So what I've done is I've created a course on the school platform, and it teaches people like yourself maybe that want to learn how to create one of these stories totally for fun for themselves. Check it out.